another episode of Graves in Australia Diecast Salvage. Today, on our little roundabout, our noisy one, is a Solido Jaguar XJ 12. So, let's go for a little wander over to my little workbench and we shall have a closer look at it. Let's see you over there. Oh, I'm glad you came over to the workbench with me. Now I'm going to steal some words that Martin there uses, and he says, righty then. Let's get on with it. G'day, Martin. Alright, so here is our Solido Jaguar XJ 12. It's a 140 freescale. The tyres are in excellent condition, and Martin has had a slight preview of this vehicle while we were in the tavern earlier, and he's asked me to make a mould of them, so I shall give that an attempt. Alright, so what have we got here? It looks like it had a plastic headlights. It's only got one left, so we'll have to do something about that. The front bumper and grille is in a great condition. The screen is in good condition. Does have opening doors. And it has a very nice interior. Door cards are moulded into the door itself. Rear bumper is intact, as are the tail lights. So next we'll take this vehicle apart. Hopefully Fumble Fingers doesn't lose anything. So in preparation, what we'll do is we'll get a container ready, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to disassemble. So I hope you're ready. I think I'm ready. Now there's no screws or rivets in this bad boy. Sorry about that, Martin. Another one of your lines. So what I've discovered is if you give it a bit of a press there and pull on the front bumper, which also has the grille, you can lift out the base. So we've lifted out the base. It brings out the interior, and it has a single wire suspension. Oh, look at that. Now we pushed everything out. Wasn't expecting that. But that should be easy enough to put back together, I hope. Famous last words. Alright, so let me have a little sticky beak. So I'm assuming, yeah, well, anyway, I'll sort that out. I might need to look at this video later on to see how it actually fell apart. But the axle go through the complete centre of the hubs. So we need to, if I'm making a mould, I'll need to file off an end, pull the wheels off to make the moulds. We'll put that over there. Put that aside for the moment. Let's keep going. The rear bumper slides out, and like I said, it is complete. Probably needs re-chroming. We'll see if we can't re-chrome it, which then leaves us the screen and a dash. So the screen is not riveted in, it's only sort of pushed in. Like I said, the screen seems to be okay. So we'll give that a clean. And just from the outside, push the dash down a little bit, and it takes it off these two pins. So we may make the dash up the top here black. I'll have a look at some photos, see if it is black, or will it stay the colour for the rest of the interior. We have loose tongue, which is not cooperating today properly. So anyway, the casting is ready for stripping. So we'll go into a venue in a moment. I will check to see how the base goes back together with the spring and the seating, and I might I'll give these seats a wash while we're apart. But we'll see you back at the venue. So before we take you to the venue, tell you what, I think they're crafty little buggers. These people at Solido, very crafty, very imaginative. Okay, this spring for our suspension goes into the bottom of the interior, and see this notch here? That is where the coil of the spring goes. Isn't that smart? So we shall put that in there like so. Fits in there nicely. Now take note of, get you back in camera, this particular hole here, when you look at it from the other side, I think it's supposed to be the shifter, unless it's an automatic. I'm not 100% sure on these cars, but in any case, this long piece pin here goes into that part of the interior, which then locks it all in place. Isn't that ingenious? I think it is. And see, I can even hold it up just by that one pin. I'll hold it all up. There we go. Okay, so we'll stick that in there so we don't lose it. We don't need to do anything more on the base. We just need to do something with the tyres. Oh, we do have more stuff to take out. Dear oh dear. I'm getting well ahead of myself. Excuse me. So, get the right equipment. We need to take the taillights out, and there's no place to push from the back. So very gingerly and carefully You need to prise them out. Try and get that back into shot again. I'm coming from the bottom of the lens, and it comes out. And if Poor Eyes, see, there's a new character, Poor Eyes, can get fumble fingers to pick up the lens, but it's very tiny. And we'll stick it in our parts area. And we'll do the same on this side. As you'll see here, there's a small hole where a pin should go in. Let's see if we can pick it up from the other side. Try and keep it in frame for you ladies and gentlemen. I'll try. I know, I'm a trying person. We can't get this out without the lens going all over the place. How about I prop this up a little bit better? That way I can see what I'm doing, I hope. Just need to get between the lens and the casting. That's easier said than done. Just get the tip in, run around the outside. Come on, baby, come on. I'll use Eric's term from South Main Auto. There's a come on, baby, when things get a bit tough. There we go. No, not quite. Getting ahead of myself here. And there goes our lens. Fumble Fingers has got it in hand. Well done, Fumble Fingers. So we shall put that into our tray. There you see more clearly that there's a hole for the back of the lens to hold in. But I did notice on this side it was broken, so this must have been glued in. So we'll make the hole a little bit bigger, and we'll get it there. Now, again, like the rear, these center lights, they've got a hole, and the outer don't. But the inner ones, don't know if it'll show up on camera, there we go, actually do have pins where you can get the lenses out. But we've only got one lens here, and it'll be a matter of if Poor Eyes can see what he's doing, we should be able to push it out. I'll try and keep you in shot. Where are my other set of eyes? Don't get old, folks. It's a waste of time getting old. everything breaks down. Let's see, where are we? Here we are. We try and give a gentle push. And as you can see here, sorry about that, the lens has moved forward, and it has come out. You can see it's a very tiny little thing. I'll put it in the parts bin here. Okay, we actually do have a headlight in there, but it looks damaged. But there's no pin to get to it. Just like the rear taillight, there's no pin. So let's see if I can get this out on camera. But like with everything else, usually oops, she's out. But I'm not going to use it because we're missing another headlight anyway. So we'll either put some rhinestones in, or we'll use our new little toy, the UV resin, to make new lights for the front. Okay. I shall go and see if our venue is ready, and if it is, that's when I'll tell you one thing, with the cost of living going up, I don't know how much longer we can keep the strippers going. But the strippers know me so well. They said, "Oh, come on, Michael. That's all right. We're happy with you. We'll look after you. Now give us some hot water for our bath." So here we go. Sorry, I'm tape. We want the light, Michael. We want the light. So, here we go. As I said previously, I prefer to put in the caustic soda in the container before the hot water. Gives a little bit more control of the explosion that you see with the caustic soda. And I've only had one occasion where it's overflowed, but I wasn't paying attention properly at that time. Excuse me. So, as you can see, the caustic soda, our strippers are doing their work. All the paint flowing around. So it shouldn't take all that long. Excuse me. To strip. Big chunks of paint has come off. Alright, so next is the cleaning up. So when we come back, we'll have a naked vehicle. So let's see you there. So we left the strippers so they can get dressed again, and we're now doing a clean up here. What else do you do after you've seen some strippers? Need to do a bit of a clean up. So using a brass bristle brush. Some people use a Dremel tool. That's fine. It's whatever works for you. This works for me. Sometimes I use the, oops. I'll just stand this up for a moment. Sometimes I'll use the brass bristles on a cordless drill. They both do the same thing. It depends on how much time you've got and how much effort you want to put into the casting. From what I can see, there's no broken pillars or scratch pillars, which is nice. If I didn't know any better, and I probably don't know any better, this almost looks like it's made out of pewter. It's got the sort of tarnished colour for it. But, hey, I don't know what Solido makes what formula they use. I'm just going by what I'm seeing in front of me. So, let's keep going. Just using a brass bristle brush. And that's the side we haven't done. And this is the side that we have done. After I've used the brush, I use a steel wool scourer. You can use just plain steel wool, I have in the past. This is just less messy. And this gives us a very nice shine to our casting. Again, this is the nice shiny side that we've done, and this is the side we haven't done. Okay, bring you back when the car is in primer. I've just been told my coffee's ready, so I'll see you guys in a moment. I'll show the painting of the primer now, because the colour that we're going to use on this vehicle you may not see being put down over the top of the white primer. So let's get, and I'll use PBs to crack-a-lacking. G'day, Pete. Alright, so where's the power on button? There's the power on button, and away we go. Changing the hand easier. Just doing the insides. Get the wheel arches. Just changing my holes. Just like painting a real car, I try to cover half and half. Which is difficult to do with a rattle can. she's going to come out really nice, this one. Upside down, let's see if she... Make sure the screens is covered. And we'll try and go across so we don't have the tiger stripes. Turn this noise maker off. That's our primer on. Next step is going to be a colour, and the colour is a off-white to a cream colour. I'm going to have a look at some more photos to see whether we're going to put a vinyl roof on this or it's going to be just the one colour. You'll have to stick around to find out as to what I do. This is a reminder as to what I started with on this Solido Jaguar XJ, and here we are. Now, here is our Solido Jaguar XJ. You should be seeing a photo about now as to what I was trying to achieve, and I think I got fairly close to it. Not perfect, but I think I got fairly close to it. So what did we do with it? Stripped it, of course. We've repainted it in two-tone, black top, cream coloured bottom. We've repainted the front and rear bumpers. The front bumper included the grille. We have put in rhinestone headlights, all four. Now, fumble fingers had lost the tail lights, so we've recreated those using the UV resin. The thing that I was experimenting on this vehicle was trying to make the chrome belt line, because this vehicle didn't have it. It didn't have the chrome part of it. And what I've used here is just a single strand of electrical wire. Even though it's not silver or chrome, I think the copper actually sets it off better. I did try some what they call tie, that's TIE wire, but the smallest that the hardware store had was a 0.7 mil. It needs to be about a 0.5 or a 0.3 mil for this 143 scale. So I went back to using the copper strand, and as Marty from Marty's Makeovers would say, I'm happy with that. So, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time in the next episode of Grey to the Scale.